Hi there, hello, I hope that you are doing fantabulously. So today I wanted to go through the Maze of Wealth event very quickly because for those of us that have new dragons in our maze event, because I believe that this one is also split as before, we have the new Wealth dragon as a possible dragon that we can get from this event. I think the others have Evozoid as one of the dragons, but either way, one thing that people always ask is how much do these dragons cost and how likely are we to be able to actually get them? Well, since this is a short maze event, so a 3-day long maze event, that means that the max currency that we can get from resets is going to be 5,400. The max currency that we could get from the ongoing runner event for maze coins is 3,000. The currency that we can get from quests is 550, and ads, well, that could be anything really, depending on your luck and such. So grand total, you're going to be expected to get 8,950 currency roughly without ads. Of course, including ads, that could change. But the cost of Mr. Wealth, for example, is 10,830 currency total. So that means that you're basically you're 2k down, you're missing 2,000 currency, and that's even if you've done all of your runner event and you've logged in for every reset of the maze event. So this is a common theme with these short maze events. These new dragons that get released are typically out of reach for free-to-play players or very close to it unless you get lucky with your ads. So be very aware that even if you go down the Wealth Dragon's path, you may not end up actually getting him. But the keys path, saying that, it is still the main path of this event. So of course, the main path, what I mean by that is you go from the first tile, so we get this White Knight dragon that's first unlocked, you go down his path, you collect the freedom chest, and as you go down there, you collect the key, and then you'll go on to the next path, and then you go along that path, you go until you get that key, until you unlock this blue key path, and then you end up on the Wealth Dragon's path. The thing is, on your way to the Wealth Dragon, there are some extra nice tidbits, but typically those extras that some people might want to look out for are after the keys on that path. So for instance, if we move on to the purple path, not for you, but if we move on to the purple path with the Epic Dragon, we've got another freedom chest there, we continue on, Raven chest, blah, blah, blah. And you'll see that we've got some insignias on the pink path, the bright pinky purpley path. So if you wanted to get some insignias, say you're really close to the 70 chest, then this is the path that you may want to end up going down, for instance, but it is after the key. So chances are, if you go for the insignias, there is no way, even if you got lucky with ads, that you're going to be getting wealth. Of course, if you've got the special pass, as in the pay-to-win pass, you will be getting more currency per reset, but free-to-play players, wealth is likely unobtainable. So just bear that in mind. Of course, you can save up all of your currency until the final reset and spend it at the last reset period, just to make sure you know what you can afford. The other dragons that we've got are Mr. Homeland, and we also have Mr. Full Moon as well, and the costs for these are actually on Deetlist and Ditlep. You can see Homeland is 8,100, which should be doable. Full Moon is 6,700, which should be also doable, and then we've got all the other key paths mainly. But the main path for this, you will get the most freedom chests on just this main path, because you'll see we've got the freedom chests here if you're still going for that collection. But you can, depending on how many currency bits you get, you could go through the paths, collect these freedom chests. But then if you can't afford to go on the blue path, maybe you'll want to come back to, say, I don't know, the Homeland path and go spend the currency on there. Because if we take a look at the Homeland path, for instance, and we go down, there are actually chests on his path, but the first chest, for instance, is at 1,085 currency. So if you've got an additional 1,085 currency and you won't make it on the other path, you could go and pick up that chest there, for instance. Next one's at 3,800, the one after that is 4,700. But there are more total chests on just the basic key path. So depending on whether you're even bothering with the collection or not, because, you know, I went for Dreamland, so officially speaking, I'm not. And, you know, good luck with your Utopian potion drops, by the way. But if you're going for the collection, of course, you may be going for this 30 seed collection, and you'll need to be getting every single freedom chest you possibly can. And of course, that also includes getting the ones from the quests as well. But the only chests that we can get from these quests are for stage 10. And majority of people are not logging in so rigidly that they're getting these stage 10 chests. It's just not happening for most people. So if you missed out on all of these freedom chests for the quest, chances are you may end up missing out on the collection. But see how you go, see how well you do. And then of course you've also got Runner to worry about, getting all the currency, getting the freedom chest from Runner event as well. So depending on how well you do in Runner, maybe you'll end up getting some freedom chests. Maybe if you pay to win a little bit, and by that I mean spending gems, maybe you'll get the redemption insignias. Depends on how close and how desperate you are for this Norn collection, because you see I'm not close enough to get the 70 chest, so I don't really care, to be honest with you. But if you were like really close to the Risen Redemption chest, it might be worth gemming a little bit. But keeping all of that in mind, pick whatever you want out of the maze event. I'm just here to tell you that you're probably not getting the new dragon, so don't set your sights too high. If you do manage to get it, very good job, and I wish you the best. But, you know, we've got the heroic race coming up very, very soon, so make sure you are preparing for that. Don't fill up your dens with like 4-day-long timers. It's starting on Thursday in 2 days, so don't do that. In the meantime, we just have Runner to finish up, we have this maze event to finish up, and then that is when the chaos will begin. But anyway, I appreciate you being here, thank you for joining me, and good luck in your maze.